All right, this is the secure and governs pre-final planning meeting. What do we call this? Oh, well, to discuss 15.9 or upcoming milestone. What is it?
Pre-milestone?
Pre-milestone planning. There you go. We're going to confirm that we have everything we need. Right now, we're looking at sus impacting issues for each group, S2s. There aren't any S2s. There were before. Does that mean we fixed them already? All right, then. This one's. You know, when it gets this squished, it doesn't always update. No, it did. So we've closed all the S1s and S2s. All right.
Woohoo.
Go us. I mean, I only pointed them out a week and a half ago and they're close already. Nice job. Which actually is in line with our SLAs. So cool. Next up, skip the summary. Let us look at each group. So compliance, I don't think has anything. If anything, I think they would have maybe a couple small things here and there that Alex is managing. He also just got back from PTO, so he might not know yet. So I'll circle up with him. Composition analysis. And I think this is not really moving forward at the moment, right, Becca? Matt's still trying to figure out what this means.
Yeah. Nothing yet.
There's no PM yet either.
I thought that it got moved over to Thread Insights.
Some of the UI did, but as composition analysis team, like a group with needs.
Oh, that's what you mean. Okay,
Right.
okay. Yeah, okay. Dast, Michael. So we already went over this last week, but is this good? Does it make sense? Is in terms of needs and must-haves, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I think first off, I should caveat that Derek and I still haven't had a chance to meet because he's been out a bit. We do have a meeting for this Thursday. For the most part, I think security profiles are the biggest push, but there's going to be one other smaller issue that I think is also going to be added to this. It's probably a 1 to 2 point issue. So I may pull a couple of points away from the security profile stuff to dedicate towards that.
Okay.
But
And that implies that
we should be good.
Okay.
Okay.
And that implies that this would likely bleed into 15.10 or 16. I don't know if we're doing 10.
Yeah.
I guess we do 10, then we do 16.
Bleeding from milestone to milestone. It's a fluid issue.
Okay. Cool. Well, then add that other issue once you know.
Yep.
And the other one, is that a need?
I believe so from what I'm seeing in Slack, but I don't specifically know what it all entails yet. Just sounds like it's sort of small and they want to get it done soon.
Okay.
Michael, for the security policy stuff or the security profiles,
Yep.
I put a comment on the last one, but
Oh, yes.
has any research been done for defining the profiles stuff, any of the goals to do the solution validation stuff? I'm just looking for ahead till the solution validation.
We've done a little bit. I haven't started solution validation yet. And really what I'm doing is I'm looking to validate just the high level vision of security profiles, the sort of layout and composition and structure of everything before we dig into the specific like individual scanner level items.
Has research been done for that?
Not yet.
Okay. Just let me know when you get started on things.
Okay. Yeah, I'll keep you posted as research comes together here.
We could also include it in a survey as well for other stuff.
Oh, sure. Okay. Yeah, I'll make sure to respond to your comment. We can kind of continue that conversation async.
Okay.
Camellia isn't here. I think that this was last added by Sam, but Camelia's been out on PTO, so I believe this might be no, this is a new one. Well, we'll have to circle up with her to make sure she's aware of this and is okay with it. It is a nice to have, so at least there's that. Static analysis.
Yep. So for static analysis, I talked with Connor last week, and I think we're going to, for the larger UX theme, we're going to kind of continue the work on profiles. So that's obviously a little bit of DAS, a little bit of SAS type of stuff. I think we decided it makes sense to move that initiative forward. We're going to put the initiative to relate security and quality findings to their context, move that to a nice to have for this milestone, just because there's a couple other smaller issues that also came up that I'll be working on.
Okay.
So in those two issues, I added down to the non-theme related items, but it's basically two-point issues, one of which is adding details around code quality results, finding a way to show more details other than what we're currently showing, which is just a line of text. And then the other item is looking at how we could group code quality results in the merge request widget to make it a little bit easier for users to parse.
Okay. And everything, this is all accurate. This is a need. These points are good, and you need to be done by the end of this milestone, basically.
Correct. Yep.
Okay. Can you update this table?
Yes, I can. I kind of pulled some stuff out of there because it was kind of it got deprioritized a little bit.
Okay.
But I can update that to at least get, clearly the designer's not in the right spot and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Yeah, I'll
everything.
adjust that.
Are we still
Get
having
out of whack
problems
somehow.
with the HTML versus Markdown? I haven't opened this up since you've been at what's been added.
No, I think it was all coming back as Markdown. I just think I overlooked this one because I was kind of doing it
Okay.
last minute.
Yeah, maybe that was a bug on the last issue. It's not supposed to do that. Let's hope. Anyway, all right. This sounds good. We will, at the end of this walkthrough, we'll go back and count points to make sure everyone's good. Threat Insights, Becca.
Yeah, so met with Michael Oliver and Matt Wilson this morning and kind of finalized what our plan is going forward. So I'm going to focus on solution validation, unmoderated, for filter save views, some of these concepts, but I'm going to make it generalized. So not focused on screening for security engineers specifically. We're going to extrapolate it outside of security, like
Needs
security operations,
more
or that
component
persona.
research and less
More
specific.
component-based research. Can they complete the task? Yes or no? Because Nick Leonard is working on overlapping concepts for plan. And Matei's been working on some of this stuff as well. So I'm just going to do some of that research focused on what I feel is going to work most strongly for the context of threat insights, and then share those insights back. Can they complete these tasks? Yes or no? We're not going to scope it to security engineers, but just see if these components, these patterns are intuitive, if people can complete the tasks. So that's going to be the first half of it. And then we are going to do a moderated version as well and kind of go into more depth as to, okay, here's the type of vulnerability groups that you can view. Here are the filters you can provide. Like how do you see this working for you, and getting more context around it. And that's where Michael Oliver is kindly volunteering to help with that. But we'll be able to kind of add more color to the first part of the study and make it more tailored to security engineers in the second one.
Okay. And when you say this needs to be ready for build or basically done.
Yeah, I just want it, wrapped up, like insights and all of that wrapped up by the end of 15.9.
Okay.
There's no build on research. So.
Why do you think this is so big at 8 points?
I probably overestimated that.
Okay.
Well,
I wasn't sure if you're considering the fact that there are 5 other discussions and 5 other issues going on around filtering. So maybe you'd have to.
Yeah, I
Put all
originally
that in, or
padded
what?
it because there were a lot of ongoing conversations, and it was unclear as to, I was still having conversations about, should this be moderated, unmoderated? Should I scope it to security engineers or make it more generalized? So there was just a lot of, I just wanted to pad it because there was so much being juggled, but now that we have a clearer vision, I can probably drop it down to like a 5.
And then once you understand more about what this will entail, just revisit that point too.
Yeah.
All right.
Which
Cool.
filtering pattern are you validating?
The like it says add filter as a link, and then you get a list of filters, status, severity, tool, CVE, etc. And then there's like a step 2 part to it where you then narrow down that, and then it adds the token, and you can click on the token to edit it, or you can remove the token altogether.
Does that match like Matei and Dan's pattern?
Yeah, I mean, Matei had a couple different concepts, so I need to meet with him next and see if he's planning on doing any kind of like solution validation on those other ideas. But I feel like the one that I want to go with is going to work best for myself and for my needs, Thread Insights needs, and for plans needs. So I'm going to meet with them hopefully later this week and talk it over with them as well to see if they want to test other filter patterns. But this will be very much in the context of filtering saved views and grouping. So it's kind of this whole flow incorporating those things. Yeah.
Extras. MR reports. Okay, so update. I talked to David Friday, and he does have it on his plate to give feedback. Hopefully within the week. Actually, it is not going to be this week. He is on some sort of work trip thing, I believe. But he knows that you're waiting for it. And I told him that you were going to try and figure out how to get designs done in 15.9, how to incorporate your plan and your timing for 15.9. So hopefully he'll be able to get you the feedback soon.
Cool.
Same UX roadmap OKR, Andy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Automation workflows.
This is that
This is
work
yours
done
too.
by the incubation engineer, automating workflows in GitLab. It's pretty cool.
Okay. Is there anything else going on? No. I think that this pretty much sums everything up. Okay. So now let's look at math. You all have you all confirmed that these numbers work to what you've committed to and your weights for the other issues?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm gonna drop mine down. I mean, I can think of things to fill it up with. I need to touch base with the dashboard team pod, whatever that's called.
That one's actually a working group.
Working group. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. Because I volunteered to do documentation around like guidance in pajamas for that. So I have like some backlog items like that.
Okay.
But I did want to make myself available for anything else that could be higher priority. But Sam or anybody else, if anybody else needs support, like I'm available.
Cool. And where the working group is at right now is they want to try and finalize defining all the bits of all the dashboards that they've reviewed. They want to describe what each of those things are.
Cool.
And that meeting is tomorrow at 7.
What I haven't heard of the working group. Is there like an issue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there an issue? It's a good question. There's a Slack channel.
Well, there's,
And
if you look up working groups in the handbook, it exists there, like it was added.
Well, I guess like what's the goal of the working group?
The goal of the working group is primarily around definition. What is a dashboard? What are all the bits and pieces of a dashboard? And then
General
write that
guidance
down.
around.
It's not to actually design anything. So,
I mean, the idea was to bring together like simultaneous efforts. There's a lot of teams working on or that would like to incorporate dashboards. And so it's really defining a vision for what a dashboard is, what it should look like, how, there should be some kind of like
Yeah.
best practices or a standard set for them. So dashboards aren't going off in completely different directions.
yeah, so there's sort of three phases. First was investigation, gather all the dashboards that we can think of, review them, break out all the pieces, and then define what those pieces are. And then the final goal is to actually define in pajamas, I think is the living place.
Is anybody asking if every single part of our navigation needs a dashboard under it, or if a dashboard could just be one place in our whole UI? Is that in scope?
Not really. But hopefully once we've defined the concepts of what a dashboard is, it'll at least be an opportunity to have those follow-up questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then I think that's it. Michael Oliver, is there anything researchy that you wanted to mention? We don't have anything in here.
No, I don't believe so. If anyone wants any help defining upcoming research, let me know. I
We
will be
want
a
to put
little.
the jobs to be done stuff in here just so it's easier to find and track.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I can do that after. I can do that right now.
Any questions, comments, great thoughts from anyone?
I mean, I just want to say that's a good point that Andy brought up, because that was my initial question is, does every section need its own dashboard, or can there be kind of a more like parent level dashboard where, you can include elements from throughout the product, and maybe even make it customizable. So it's not like a bunch of empty widgets, but you can customize them based on like what's most important for that particular project or for the user's role in that project. So I've had some conflicts with that meeting, but I will be there tomorrow and I'll bring that up.
Yeah, you should drive to that. All you have to do is ask them how many dashboards their cars have.
That's what kind of car they drive.
Mine has several dashboards.
Wow, impressive.
That could probably fall into the definition as something to consider. Do's, don'ts. When you're thinking about adding a dashboard, think about, do you need to add this dashboard, or is it really dashboard, or whatever the case may be. But we're not at that phase, but it won't hurt asking that question.
I mean, this got kicked off because Ali.
Everyone's talking about dashboards and we don't know what they mean yet. That's why this got kicked off.
Yeah.
What's a start page? What's a home page? What's a dashboard? We kind of conflate all those things together, etc. But that is no longer. We've gotten off topic.
Yeah.
All right. I think that we're good. I just need to follow up with Camelia and Alex to make sure they're good. All right.
Is Ali still in this group as well?
This is secure and govern only.
Oh, gotcha.
So he's on our team, but we don't do
Right.
planning with configure. I wish there was a way to organize configure and monitors planning systems the way that we have it organized here, but different animal.
Yeah.
Right. Awesome. Well, thanks, y'all. I will catch you on the
My
flip side.
research issue should be in there.
Cool. Thanks, Michael.
Mhm.
All right. Bye, all.
Well,
Bye.